Hey all, Bridget Bartlett here. Today I'm going to show you how to actually manage your sub-accounts within your HighLevel account. Now there are lots of training to show you how to actually create the account, but what I want to show you today is actually how to cancel the account and how and when to delete the account, okay? So we're going to walk through that process today. Now, if you are not a HighLevel member yet, or you are a current HighLevel member, you can actually join our reseller program for free by going to bridgetbartlett.com. You can also register for my free training and tools there as well. Okay. So the very first thing that you want to make sure to do is go to the SaaS configurator if you're on the SaaS plan, and you want to make sure that this box is checked to suspend the sub account when their SaaS subscription fails. So what this means is that inside of Stripe, which is what the SaaS configurator is connected to, if their payment fails for the month, it's going to automatically suspend the account. Okay. So they're not going to be able to log in. When they go to their account, it will let them know that it's suspended, and then it will prompt them to add their payment, or you could send them an email right away to let them know, hey, here's how you need to update your payment method on file. Okay. Now, when you go into the sub accounts, you also see a banner here that will show to let you know that the account is paused. Now, if you want to manually pause an account, what you need to do is go into the account or search for the name. You want to click on the three dots here, and you're going to manage client. Now, this is just a demo account. So if the SaaS was activated here, we would have to delete the SaaS or pause the SaaS to completely pause the account. But what we're going to do here, since this is not a SaaS account, we can just simply click pause sub account, and then we could click confirm and then to pause the sub account. So I'll just do that here. Okay, so now the sub account is paused. Now there's an extra step I like to do, because if we go back here to the main accounts and I search for demo, you'll see now it has that image or that message right there, okay? But it also just says demo. Now, when it comes time to actually delete, and what I like to do is send out the message and give them about 30 days to either reinstate their account, or I will delete it. Okay, so if I wanted to reinstate the account, all I would do is click here, and then I could go back here to resume sub account. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that there. Okay, so now this sub account has been resumed. Now, if this was a SaaS account, you can see if I scroll through here and I chose a SaaS account, I could click here. And then when I click in the actions, you'll see that it says disable SaaS. So that's really what you want to do, is disable, obviously, before you delete or pause the account. Okay. Now, when I am pausing accounts, what I like to do is actually go into the sub account. And I'm going to go to settings. And then what I like to do is add the date that I'm scheduling it to be deleted. So I'm going to write here, scheduled for deletion. And let's say I just choose the end of the month. So let's just say 9/30/23. Okay. So I like to add this in the company title. So then when I go to look at all of my accounts, if I go to the demo account now, it says scheduled for deletion 9/30. So what I can do every single month is I can actually now look for the date that I am going to delete accounts, and I always make it at the end of the month. So when I'm searching for the ones that I'm going to delete at the end of this month, I will choose 8/30/23, okay, or 9/31/23, whatever the end of that month is. And then I can see all of the accounts that I want to delete, okay? So then once I see that date there and I want to delete, I go ahead and go into manage the account, and then I delete, okay? Now, we do need to notify the client that their account is going to be deleted. So inside of my sub account that I manage my business from, I have an automation here, and it's actually called sub account canceled. And there's no trigger because I manually push them through here. But the email does say basically just letting them know. And there's 5 emails, and one gets sent out every single day. So it gives them instructions. In my case, when someone has canceled, it's because they created an account within my agency. And because I promote HighLevel, most of them upgrade to their own HighLevel agency account. So I have instructions of how to delete any funnels that are more than 100, because we can't create snapshots like that. And then I tell them, let me know if you are wanting to get the snapshot for your account so that I can create it. Okay, so these are the instructions that I have that I push out. Okay, so even though I schedule to the end of the month, I let everyone know your account is going to be deleted in 5 days. So that gives me like an extra week of leeway, just in case there are any problems before I actually delete it. Okay. So I have email number 1 through number 5. And of course, number 5 lets them know that their account will be deleted tomorrow. Okay. Now, if they're a client, then obviously that lets them know if you have a bunch of assets here, you need to reinstate your account because they will be deleted. And then also, if they don't have any assets, then that if they come back to you next month, then you can go to the enrollment history and you can look at their name and email address, and you can say, look, I sent out 5 emails on this date, this date, this date, this date. And you can even, if you wanted to have the option to see if they opened the email, you could even do that. Okay. So having this history and even being able to screenshot that is very helpful if there are any disputes or anything that come about. Okay. You also want to make sure that you put your cancellation policy inside of your terms of service. That way everyone is on the same page and there are no discrepancies or no issues. Okay. So that is really the gist of how you want to delete those accounts. Now, there's one more step, okay? So when you delete the account, you also will need to delete the users of that account. So you want to go into your agency and you want to go to team. You're going to search for that account. And I don't have any users in that account. But if I was to scroll through here, you'll see I have this user here and there's no account assigned. Okay, so that would let me know that that is a deleted account because there's no account available for this user. Okay, so that's one good indicator. Or you can search for their specific sub account that you want to delete the users for. You can do that here before you deleted the account. Okay, so those are really the steps. You want to make sure that if you are managing the account, if you had to do a refund, then you want to go into your account. You want to go to payments and transactions. And then here you will be able to manage that account as well, or do a refund if that was warranted. Okay. So just to recap here, what we want to do is we want to obviously make sure that the account is suspended once the payment has failed. You also want to make sure to mark the date on the account to let you know when it needs to be deleted, because there's a lot of maintenance in these accounts. You also, if you're paying for support, you may be paying per account. So it's really important that you get your account cleaned up and get those deactivated, inactive accounts taken care of. Okay, so we are going to suspend the account upon failed payment. We're going to add the date that we're going to delete it. We're going to add that user to a campaign to let them know that the account is going to be deleted. And of course, once a month, we're going to delete the account and the users of that account. Okay, so hopefully that helps to clarify a lot of the steps when it comes to actually deleting and removing the users of the locations inside of your HighLevel agency. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open